Well, I don't know where I'm at or if I'm even on. Um, but I've been trying to figure it out. Yes, I'm alone today. I'm alone and in a new space, and I'm on a new gadget, and it is okay. So it's tells me that I'm streaming live. Let me try to go over here now and see what's happening on Facebook and YouTube. So bear with me, guys. How are you doing? What's the weather like for you? You people in Florida, you people in the States, you people in Atlanta. How's the weather this morning? Overcast? Tell me. Raining? I saw somebody post on Facebook that it was actually snowing when she got up this morning. And so she said, she went back to her bed because, this dream better change when she get up again. So what's the weather like? Let me try and find where I'm at over on Facebook space. Sorry that I'm late, but we have a lot to talk about this morning. We're not going to talk about nothing dunce this morning. We're talking about all kind of brilliantness, entrepreneurship, the opportunities that exist, the opportunities that have been taken advantage of, some of the popular, most well-known entrepreneurial ventures that we continue to benefit from in Jamaica and worldwide. Who's your top entrepreneur? If you were to launch a business idea, you would be an entrepreneur. If you were to find a solution to something that needs a solution, then you would be an entrepreneur as well. Please forgive my background. Let me fix it so I don't look tree. Okay, because they're going to kill me for showing the background. All right, this will look better now. All right, for all the people who went to say, background looks so. Let me see how to blur it. But I don't like when it blurry either, because it tend to not so look so good. Oh, I'm supposed to be over on Jamaicans.com looking for the live feed so I can follow what o'clock a strike on this. Hey, did you notice how the Reggae Girls won their match? They were playing, albeit a friendly match, but it doesn't matter that it was a friendly match. The important thing is that they win. They won. That is far more than we can say about some other folks who tend to get a whole heap of sponsorship money. But yes, the Reggae Girls won their match. Someone dropped something, I'm going to pick up. Hold on a little bit. Fine, so we'll retrieve that and we'll put it over here so I can't drop no more. Let me get my glasses. We still can't find where we are on Facebook. Are we over there? Well, tell me I'm going to do something wrong. So Michelle going to be out of commission for a while because her mom passed, and so she has that to deal with. Leo, he's doing some things this morning, and the only time that the people could do it was when so this time. So I getting used to it. What do you think? Between us, we got it covered, right, girls? Between us, we got this thing covered, and I can't find the live feed that I'm supposed to be monitoring. Oh yes, I think I got it. Oh, my name wrong. Why don't tell me some my name wrong? We don't name so. We might have not know much, but we know my name. How me change it? Participants, one, up arrow. So I'm gonna write it so. I'm gonna name so. Okay. So, okay. Yes, I think I get it now. But we're not seeing no comments yet. Me wand upon it. What happened here, so? I just me one over here. But it on YouTube. Me can see someone did it. Hey, Patricia, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining. I am alone. I am so alone this morning. Michelle have to be looking about final rites and rituals for her mom. Leo, him doing a little business, and of course, it is only this morning the people them could do it. Me trying to change my name from in a name, so, but in our work, something look like something gone wrong. Like when it rains, it pours. What's the weather like for you though, Pat? Where, Pat, me have a feeling say you're there in Jamaica, you know. Where you there? Where's everybody this morning? Then because you never start brap at 10 o'clock, everybody gonna wash clothes, put on soup, cook stew peas, run down cow, tidy house, get red floor polish for tidy house. What happened? We want to have an audience. Is anybody on YouTube, Pat? Because I can't even manage YouTube too. Me one. So I put on my glasses now, so I can see what I do. But not going on right there. So we had some things to talk about. Next week is Global Entrepreneurial Week. I want to celebrate entrepreneurship. I want to celebrate entrepreneurs. I want to encourage entrepreneurs, because the truth is that it's the entrepreneurs who have grown our country to what it is. Contrary to popular belief, it's not no politician and all of them things. There's the entrepreneurs who really grow. It's them hold the place together. You tell me about tourism, say yes, it's tourism grow. No, tourism don't grow our country more than so. Tourism is a big and major employer, but we don't really get no money out of tourism. Think about it. When them tell you that all a company make $40 odd million profit in the sector within 1 quarter, 40 odd million US dollar profit. How much of that really stays in Jamaica? How much of that really we get? Tell me, the 80 principle, the 80-20 principle, where 80% I God back, 80% we're not going to see, 8% we're not going to get. So we can probably just forget it. But it's the entrepreneurs, them little people who stay and struggle through, them little people who have a little idea and them say, yeah, we're going to use this and we're going to do that and we're going to do this. But how do we enable this? How do we encourage it? Traditionally, we as people of color in Jamaica, we want to send them off to school, and they must turn doctor and they must turn lawyer. And if they're not so bright, they must turn teacher. But you know, I don't know. Oh, me no, Pat say, they're Baha'i principle in a luxury, in the lapa luxury, and the weather is great. Enjoy, girlfriend. Well deserved. Well, super deserved. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Jamaicans from around the globe. We're talking about Global Entrepreneurial Week. It starts on Monday, the 14th of November. It's a global celebration of entrepreneurs. Elon Musk is an entrepreneur. Mr. Facebook man is an entrepreneur. Audrey Marks is up with Paymaster. Remember Paymaster? Why Paymaster didn't come from far, have an idea. She sit down there, try to pay her bill, and it'll take forever. So she started a little business, Paymaster. Paymaster turned big thing till all people, and Paymaster in a legal wrangling and all of that. So you're big when you need a legal wrangling with other people. Oh, yeah. So, news. Yes, let's start with some news. I did have a few articles that I wanted to read. Pat, you say they're down a Baha'i principle, down a St. Anne. What a whole accident on the road. The accident them just enough all over in Jamaica. As you turn, there's an accident. There's and they're deadly, they're fatal. Too often there's a loss of life. There's a little strip leading between St. Anne and Montego Bay there. That road not easy, It's like every week somebody dead down there. Oh no, the strip I'm talking about. And then now the newest comma to it is why this thing not allowing me to change my name? The other thing about it now is this like a strip up in Mandeville. So they're fixing the highway. They're extending the highway 2000. The highway that I think them called the PJ Patterson Highway. So when you get to Mineral Heights, that's the end of the highway. Mineral Heights is in Clarendon. When you get to Mineral Heights, that's the end of the highway, and now they're extending it up to Williamsfield in Manchester. But that little strip between the end of what I call Porous and Williamsfield is really the traditional road that we would drive on, where you drive past and pass the people them who make the roast yam and the saltfish. But that strip now is being widened and being modified and all kind of things being done with it so that it is going to become incorporated into the new highway. So in the interim, it's a one-way up that way. And on the downside, coming from Mandeville, anybody heading to Porous, you have to drive on the first road that they had, driving past Catholic College of Mandeville. Yes, you drive right past it, past Hope Village, and go down back into Porous. But there's been a spate of accidents on that piece of road that they have been incorporating into the new road. Fatal too. There's a man who one night him crashed. Then the other day, in the day, one taxi and one other vehicle crashed. And so there is this spate of accidents along this piece, not the traditional old road past Hope Village and Catholic College, but the piece where I'm fixing. So I want to read this article because it says, Highway Nightmare. Manchester councillors concerned over safety measures on road project. Me concerned about it, I may not know councillor, because it is treacherous. A week after a two-vehicle crash claimed 3 lives on the Melrose Hill bypass here, councillors are raising concerns about safety on the Mapen to Williamsfield leg of the highway now under construction. Councillor Mario Mitchell from the Belfield Division, in addressing Thursday's monthly meeting of the Manchester Municipal Corporation, said the Melrose Hill bypass, which is being incorporated into the highway, needs to be well lit. So it's a matter of light problem. So them show you the little boulders and the little plastic things where them put along the Melrose highlight to deter people or to make you know you must go here, so you must go there. So, but it look like light is an issue. But it's more than just light, because the last accident wasn't no nighttime, it was in the broad daylight. Whatever can be done in terms of the safety signs, if you follow the road, you would realize because of the infrastructure, it continues to change daily. And there's now a completed section that you go on. But I don't think there is sufficient signage and lights being provided by the contractors. Well, enough, yeah, so I contracted them for them. Only them see for bill highway the China people them. So a reliable source told the Jamaica Observer that National Road Operation and Constructing Company, which is responsible for overseeing the design, construction, and maintenance of Jamaica's highways, gave notice to the municipality that traffic changes will continue until the end of February 2023. On Thursday, Mitchell complained that traffic changes are being made on the bypass frequently, and it's true. So you would drive this way and you think you know which way you're driving on the bypass, but lo and behold, it becomes something else, and you know, you'll drive somewhere else the next time around. So you can't say you remember it. They are working at nights also now, and I don't think there's sufficient lights being provided. Oh, and then work at night and people still using it. They should have at least one more light tower at certain intersections of the road. There are major changes that are there every day that is causing some severe hampering to the motoring public. And so the councillor with responsibility for that area, rightfully so, I suppose, is bringing it to their attention that, look here, it is a safety hazard. It has claimed many lives. It has caused many accidents. And you know, car parts, not easy. So I haven't leave since I got, oh, she not, well, works a long time. She did it. She want to switch to YouTube, or should I look for? Hey, go on YouTube, go look, see if anybody out there has said nothing, and come back and tell me. But I don't understand why, what do people this week? Somewhere wrong. I mean, even see in my app how to share the thing. Stone. Something very wrong here. Jamaicans around the globe. Is one name Jamaicans around the globe? Let me try to fix this. So guys, where everybody there? Me not have no time. I sit down here, me one, could I do other things? Oh, what's the name to look for? I think this is Leo Gill in YouTube. It's supposed to be on. We still can't find the name. So, we can't change it. All right, more news. Yes, I'm supposed to look on news duty too. So that was it about the Melrose Highway. We have another piece of news, which probably is an entrepreneurial opportunity, but it's for heartiest congratulations as well, because it's a deaf graduate from UTech, and she's sharing her own challenges and her lamentations. And so I thought it was enlightening, it was encouraging, and it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs. So it says, the headline, Deaf UTech, University of Technology graduate wants more interpreters in universities. Fabulous. When Celine Lobon commenced her studies at the University of Technology, Jamaica, she was the only deaf person in her year group in the Faculty of Engineering and Computing. Isn't that fabulous? Lobon knew from the onset that it would have been an uphill task, but she was undaunted. It was while in third form at Denby High School in Clarendon that she completely lost her ability to hear after years of using a hearing aid. So she had already experienced what it was like to be in a classroom and not to be able to communicate. Wow, amazing. Speaking to the Lena through an interpreter at her graduation ceremony on Friday the 25th, the 25-year-old said the communication barrier often left her feeling isolated. Thanks, Pat, you've got it. I did feel lonely sometimes because I was the only deaf student in the entire class. I wanted to form connections. I wanted to communicate with them, but it was hard because they could hear and I was deaf, Loban says. That's encouraging for her family. That's encouraging for so many others who have challenges. And I don't know how them could have called it deaf. Don't they must say that they have some challenge or something like that. It's not politically correct to say deaf. But Glena said deaf. Despite the challenge, Loban chose to focus on her dream of working in the computer science industry. It was a passion ignited by a teacher at the JAD, Jamaica Association for the Deaf, MAPEN unit, to which she was transferred from Denby High. So when she couldn't hear, she went to that unit. One of her teachers inspired her to attend UTech and ensured she did well academically in order to matriculate. Very good. Should I tell her teacher name? She also attended the Lister Mayor Gilby School for the Deaf in Kingston to pursue subjects that were not available at the unit in MAPEN. All right, very good. Her academic performance was rewarded with a scholarship from NCB, which funded her university tuition. Ray. For her dad, a retired police officer, Evan Lobon, the scholarship was a financial miracle he had been praying for. Well, no, police no earn no money. Since her tuition was taken care of, Evan said he ensured he supported his daughter in whatever other ways she needed. Guys, I am still trying to change my name on this thing, and it is not allowing me to change. Oh, finally. I made dogs. Let me change my name for my name, so nobody mix me up. All right, so my name changed. But this is encouraging. It is encouraging, and commendations to National Commercial Bank, who, didn't matter to them whether or not the person was all here or not, but was willing to take a chance and providing an opportunity for her to pursue her academic dreams And then for her continued support for family and her pursuit, her commitment, her motivation, her conviction that this is what she wanted to do. And yes, this is what she did. She will do. And then she did it. You go, Miss Laban. Congratulations to you. I'd love to talk to you about here. And I'm going to get an interpreter to come on my show so that I can talk to people like you. Wish I could sign. My daughter can sign, but I never learned. My head kind of slow and tough. And like my headpiece. I like it growing on me. When you're having a bad hair day, it's an entrepreneurial opportunity, you know, to have this big circle on it, and then you just slip it over your head and you're good to go. You could even sleep in it as a nightcap. But it's a nice little thing to just cover your head, you know, sometimes you're going out and you want to cover your mole, little rain or drizzle, and you know, really want to put on a hat or a cap. But this is nice. I think I'm going to be wearing, I'm going to wear. Anybody know how to make them? Make them in some Jamaican colors or make them in some other things. Oh, very nice. My friend introduced it to me and I like it. Thank her very much because I have a bad hair day today. That aside, entrepreneurial opportunities. The other piece of news that I have here, what we have here, is the highway that and then another thing, mental illness. So let's talk about this mental illness thing. And there's an article in the Observer that really brings it to the fore for us, as if we all know anyway, but it really, really brings it to the fore that mental illness is a challenge and an issue. Hi, Leo, if you will turn the other direction, we could see you properly. Ah, and if you would unmute, we would see your bossy shot. I hear you. Yes.
My bossy shot. Look.
Yes, Jamaica 60 reignite.
Yes. Oh my God, my beautiful don't.
You should no follow.
But I thought someone was going to be on with you this morning. What happened?
No, Cheryl is going to join us later to talk about Global Entrepreneurial Week.
Okay, so where you chat about now? Where you want me help you chat about now? Because I thought I'm going to be free this morning to do all the things that I want to do on a Saturday morning. Right?
Well, you know, Hannah red polish to go lay down on floor. You know,
have a coconut brush. What are you talking about?
You know, Hannah you won't know for give sister them a coconut brush. You wouldn't understand what to do.
I'm broke up the brush by actually I used to stand up on the brush, right? I'm push it with the foot, and then the brush broke, and then we get my ass whooped.
You got then your ass broke. Then you broke your ass to do that. So we've been talking. We talk. I just shared a story, Leo, really fascinating about this recent graduate from UTech who is completely deaf, and she lost her full hearing when she was in third form at Denby High School in Clarendon. But she went on to a deaf institution, an institution that catered for the hearing challenged. But the Gleaner call it deaf. Gleaner backward man.
No. As a matter of fact, let me correct you there, because the deaf community actually wants you to say deaf.
Oh, okay. Them all right with deaf.
Sometimes they don't want. They don't want you to say auditory impaired or they want to say deaf. They are the Deaf Society.
Right. Then deaf for true, and that we know.
Yeah, they don't want to be challenged. They don't want to use the word challenged because they are naturally deaf. And because they are naturally deaf, they say they are deaf.
All right. Well, I appreciate that they are now embracing what they are, deaf. And that's good. And people must recognize it for what it is worth. Yeah. Patricia Barnes is my monitor. It's only Pat. She says that VM Heslop on Beverly F and Jesse Smith on YouTube. Why them not on Facebook?
Because the people them like you look on you on YouTube. What's the problem? There's no problem with that.
I don't see anybody commenting, not even nobody on, everybody gone today. So I'm asking, what happened today? Yesterday was Veterans Day in America. Everybody gone veteran?
Yeah, veteraning.
Veteraning.
Then gone veteraning. Okay,
but
don't
then
worry about that, because it will be there for them to see at any time. It's okay.
All right. All right, so that's encouraging and not in feedback, because I was just about to take to my bed with only 3 people. Patchy in the lap of luxury down in the hotel down in St. Anne. Me think she own one of the condo them down there by now, Patricia Barnes. So she down at Grand Bahia just I enjoy herself and I live the life. She says hello, Leo.
I am not in my normal space today because of some stuff that's going on. But we expect a gentleman to come on board at 11 o'clock.
Really?
His name is Donovan Tate.
Donovan Tate, T-A-I-T or T-A-T-E?
T-A-I-T.
Oh, no, we used to know my name is a Tate. He used to have one pharmacy.
Which one is the Tate? T-A-T-E or the T-A-I-T?
T-A-I-T. One pharmacy in Mapen, Tate's pharmacy.
T-A-T-E rich. The T-A-T like Sharon Tate and rich.
Oh.
So the T-A-I-T and poor. So, we don't have no friendship with them. But
Ivy's House of Styles is watching from Jamaica. Hi, Ivy's House of Style. Ivy's House of Style sounds like an entrepreneurial opportunity. Where are you? Tell me, where in Jamaica are you and what is the nature of your business? So we started talking about entrepreneurs, that this is the week coming up is Global Entrepreneurial Week. I spoke about all the entrepreneurs who really have grown Jamaica and the opportunities yet to be cultivated or taken advantage of in Jamaica. But it's really entrepreneurs that grow Jamaica, you know. You know that your mother was an entrepreneur, Leo?
I don't understand your thing. You tell me about the deaf people. I am getting ready to talk about the deaf people and you come about entrepreneur. What is this?
Because when I saw the article about the deaf person, it was an entrepreneurial opportunity now for somebody to come up with a solution for interpretation in the class.
You're lying to me. This is nothing about no deaf and entrepreneurship. This is about deaf people we are talking about.
We are talking about entrepreneurial opportunities, but we are celebrating certain other things. I read another article, and I wanted to read the article about the drug situation and the mental illness, but we can't reach that Tuesday night.
Let's talk about deaf. Let's talk about deaf because I enjoy deaf people.
Let's talk about deaf, baby.
I went on a graduation for some persons who were learning how to sign. You have to sign for deaf people, right? You move your hand in different way. I don't know what it be, but I went on a class, a graduation about 6 months ago with persons in Jamaica who were learning to sign, and they teach at specialized schools like schools for the special education. They teach at deaf institutions and so forth. So 120 of them were graduating.
Had completed the studies.
It's the most exciting thing to see everybody just
signing.
I said to myself, more I learn for sign too. It was, because there are so exciting people. There's a guy by the name of by Andre, who is the president of the deaf organization in Jamaica. Super intelligent guy. Super intelligent. So I'm giving all of the big ups to everybody who thought that they did not have a chance of life because they're deaf. That's not true, because deaf across the world, people across the world are learning to sign now and to make sure that we can communicate. And it's easy to look like easy. Because people
easy for people who are head tough like a feel, but it's easy. And I'm happy that you've gone there, because our vice president for academic services at the college introduced as an elective last term signing for the teachers in preparation at Catholic College of Mandeville, and I thought it was just brilliant. And you're endorsing it, with your affirmation, saying, "Boy, something for people to learn."
Event. It was a really great event, because I am saying Jamaica just jump ahead. They're graduating 120 people who can now speak with deaf people.
And these are hearing people. And these are hearing people,
yes. These are hearing people who know learning how to sign, how to talk to deaf people. I mean, I thought it was really.
So where were you? The Deaf Association of Jamaica Foundation or something?
I'm sorry?
Where were you? Where was this graduation exercise?
It was online. It was an online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
So
they
big up to Kimberly Sherlock, who heads the Jamaica Association for the Deaf. She's a hearing person, but she's the head of it, and she's really very excited about it. Kimberly.
Yeah, man.
So Kimberly is excited.
Yeah, man. And I'm telling you, no deaf people don't have to depend solely on hearing aids, because then they used to depend, the ones who partially deaf could hear with hearing aids, but no, they can sign, and it's complete.
So we're gonna sign you up for sign. I have Ivy's House of Style, and she's joining us for the first time. She's into women clothing online, ivyhouseofstyles.com. And she said she does book up on us live on Facebook and enjoying it. And her comment is that the deaf community is growing. I'm also learning the sign language. It's very interesting. Wow, Ivy, she learned sign language, Leo. She said it's very interesting. Awesome.
I told you, it's a great place. It's a
you
great
go,
thing.
Girl. I may call you Ivy. I hope your name Ivy for true. Ivy's House of Style.
There's also, that a lot of people don't know, there are actual schools in Jamaica that caters for special learners. There are three schools, one in each of the counties in Jamaica, that where their teachers are teaching students who are special learners, and they also teach them how to sign. I promised the last time that I would have visited one of these schools, but I'm going to make it a point of my duty to make sure that next time I go to Jamaica, I visit one of these special schools, because I want to also learn about them, because they are a part of the education system too.
Right. And I'm also going to take the moment to introduce you to Kimberly when you're in Jamaica, so you can really meet her and have her explain what her vision is for the association, for the foundation.
I know Kimberly, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and man, I actually hosted the deaf organization on a conference, a one-day conference in end of 2020, and her and Andre and two other persons from Jamaica and a few people from America were on, and we were having a wonderful time. So no, man, I do know her. I know
her
very
fine.
well.
But we must make sure that Kimberly joins the education thing that you guys have in Florida. The other perspective. Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So I'm happy that we spent a moment to talk about the deaf and to celebrate them, and just to encourage us hearing people to learn to sign, so we can have this conversation and sign at the same time. Or I might have to go invite Dana to come sign for us.
But me is a signer, As long as
you can sign, you can say shh.
Yeah, there you go. I'm telling you.
I'm happy that you're outside getting some breeze too. It's a nice idea to be outside.
Yes.
A little bit overcast and it's not raining in Florida.
I wish I was on the beach so I could show you guys where I am on the beach and one thing.
Well, Patricia, she the beach and she not show it, so we not think say you should have need for show off.
Patricia own Jamaica now, It's like third time.
The one Patricia Barnes, she owned another hotel. Let me sure she owned it. She must have 2 good acre land down there by now.
So I was telling you about the gentleman now who's coming on at 11.
Yes, Mr. Tate.
What time now?
Is 12 minutes to. 12 minutes to.
All right. So here's here's Mr. Tate. Mr. Tate played hockey. Not hockey. Not hockey, but hockey. You can play hockey or you can play hockey, right?
Right.
He played hockey for Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I say we don't play hockey, we eat hockey.
Yes.
Right? So he played hockey for Jamaica, and I provided commentary for the final
for the hockey game.
Yes, a couple of years ago, and they won the championship. Jamaica win championship in a hockey. Right?
Ice hockey or ground hockey?
No, it was ice hockey. The rink was
asking,
cold.
Is it ice skating hockey Or the
Okay,
other
no,
hockey where they run up and down on the
ice,
green?
ice hockey.
Oh, nice. Well, that's even far more intriguing.
Yes, and Jamaica win. Them beat Honduras, them beat all of the South country, them all the place them, and it was really fun, much fun. So he also is a Canadian mounted police officer.
Okay, so in the snow for real now.
Not only that, you know that the Canadian mounted officers, they ride donkey. I mean, not donkey, they ride horse. Right?
So in a horse racing too.
Yeah. And then he is now in the Canadian embassy in the Middle East. That's where he's working from now.
Oh, he's traveled quite a bit. That's really so cool. I'm excited to hear. And he's a Jamaican, from Jamaica, from country.
Yes.
Okay,
And
fabulous. Going to be interesting to see where he's from.
I am looking forward to having him on because I want to know Finn's story. How the hell him play Aki, well, not instead of eating Aki. How is he playing Aki?
Well, when you see the price of one can of hockey, you will understand why they're not talking. Therefore, you see one price of one can of hockey, cut the and passing. Ivy's host of style, and Ivy, you know, Ray talk to you. She says that Ivy is her mother's name, and her name is Paulette. So the person who is on as Ivy's host of style, her name is Paulette, but she's from Mapen. She now lives in St. Anne, she says. Mapen is not a bad place, you know, Paulette. Is Mapen I come from too, you know, so, you know, said we have a little...
We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there about Clarendon.
Leona, like you me talk about Clarendon and Mapen. So Paulette, tell me where in Mapen you grew up. Miss Ivy, tell me about your mother to me, that I care about your mother. But great. And her business is an online business. So Mr. Tate is coming on, and he's coming on from but you said that he's in the Middle East. Where is he? He's in the
middle. We don't know which one of the country them in.
Okay. All right. So when he come on, he will tell me all of that. And then at 11:15, Cheryl will come on, and Cheryl will talk to us about global entrepreneur.
We have him for a half an hour. So you probably are going to have two people online talking about them life at the same time.
Well, two of them we can fast tonight, two of them business same time. All right. So that is not a bad idea.
All right. And then you said now you challenged me about my sister them and the brush. And I think that you're out of order.
Yes, Leo, but we know say you don't know how to use a coconut brush.
Can you believe my knee? If I put my knee down on the floor, you know, I have so much respect for people who go down on their knees and shine floor, because my knees them would broke up. I mean, I would be feeling a lot of pain.
See there, and you go tell me say you could have on a Saturday morning like this. Where is everybody? I am not seeing the people on.
Do we still use brush in Jamaica?
Huh?
Do we still use brush in Jamaica in the country?
Not very out. No, them people are bossing now. You know, you see, after internet come in, nobody no want to know. Everybody I use a mop floor now. Nobody not clean floor. Them a mop. Everybody does a mop floor and put on self shining polish, or them put on the kind of tile where all you have to do a wiping. Nobody no have no terrazzo tile. You know, them shine and pretty tile. Terrazzo tile, them did that the best one, nice and pretty. Now them the tile there again.
I am going to be driving out with you guys. All right, so just bear with me. I'm going to get off camera, but I'll still be here. All right.
Okay, so Miss Cheryl, she joined in early, so which is a good thing. She can come on, come talk a little bit. Come, Cheryl, come on camera for you. I forgot to talk about your business early. Leo, him going to go drive. So that leave me. So there's Ivy's house. Ivy is an entrepreneur with our online women's fashion, an online thing. So Ivy, where you get your things them from? Paulette, rather. Where you get your things them from? You buy local, you push the local thing. And how's business been for you? How long have you been in business? And just get up in your business since a day, and since it's Global Entrepreneurship Week. Not bad. She comes from Denby Crescent. Denby Crescent. How I name Denby Crescent again? All right, I don't remember. somewhere down at Denby, I suppose. Denby Crescent. Okay. Let me see what's happening here. When you on to gadget, it really not easy for the business. Paulette, let me tell you, usually we have a whole lot of people commenting on this thing. For some reason, it not doing that. I'm not saying I'm not seeing the Facebook link either, Cheryl. I hear you asking for it, but for some reason, I'm just not seeing it. To share it. Don't know what's happening with that. I'm looking for it on Facebook and just not seeing it. But I think I shared the way I should share. Let me look in settings to see if there's anything else that should have happened. Seems like someone did go wrong and this morning, I don't know. But if you are watching it and like it, then probably other people can see it. If when you like it, if that's an incentive for others to see it. Oh, Miss Stewart, there you are. Kindly unmute. Let us get up into
Hi,
your
Dr.
business.
D, what's up?
I am good. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. I'm not seeing the Facebook.
I'm telling my people, you know, and them sending for the link because they want to come on and hot up the place.
Yeah, they just have to go to Jamaicans.com and
I went and I'm not seeing it for whatever reason.
It's on something said Jamaicans from around the globe incorporated. But usually just said Jamaicans.com.
All right, let me see if I can pull up my phone and thing there. Give me a second. I'll try to see what we can find out here.
I know what a clock a strike. Ivy, Paulette rather, how did you find this thing this morning? Because usually it is on Jamaicans.com, but we're not seeing Jamaicans.com. I know what a clock a strike here. Let me go back at Jamaicans.com and see. Let me find it. Jamaicans from around the globe.org. Jamaicans.com. Live. I mean, I see Jamaicans.com. I really not see it. I saw gone area this morning.
Dan, I think it's on Jamaicans from around the globe.
Right. So what happened to Jamaicans.com?
Not sure. I think someone may have gone in and changed the setting. But there's a lot of comments on Jamaicans around the globe. Not so sure what.
There isn't a lot of comments. There are two people on it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so sure.
So what else the link is now?
Let me see if I can. Let's see if I can change it. Huh?
Jamaicans around the globe kind of thing.
Let me look if I see it on FB.
Yes, it is on Facebook. That's where I found it. Anyway, here we all are talking. So, Ms. Stewart, thank you very much for joining. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself, which country you come from? You come from country or you come from Clarendon?
I come from country, not Clarendon.
Oh, come from you unfortunate
St. James. Mount Carey.
Leo, you're are you on video? You're not on video, you're not on.
I am on video. My video is showing.
Yes, your video is showing. That's true.
Here.
Go ahead. Tell us where you come from.
I am a little country girl from Mount Carey in St. James. I went to Mount Alvernia High School. I went to Chetwood Primary, and then I run.
You went to Hoover Primary?
Yeah, I went to Chetwood Memorial Primary School, just next door to Mount
never hear about that school there yet. Tell me which part of the school they come from.
Okay, it's part of the Catholic system in Montego Bay. So you have three schools together. You have Mount Alvernia Prep, you have Mount Alvernia High, and you have Chetwood Memorial. All of them are on the quote unquote same property. But you
Okay.
can
Oh,
see
really?
Chetwood Memorial from the main. You have to drive up beside Mount Alvernia Prep on High Level Road there. There's some big compound. So you walk from school to school right there. So even though I grew up in Baptist church, I went to Catholic school too. And I love
so you grew up
be.
as a Baptist, but your parents had the vision and the fortitude to send you for a better education within the Catholic system. Fabulous.
Knowing that I would have met you, right?
They prepared you for your Roman Catholic friend. Yes.
Yes. So pretty much I went to the University of Technology, Jamaica when I came to town. I never went back home. So I stayed here and I did all my undergraduate and postgraduate programs between local and international universities. So I am a graduate of the Nova Southeastern University in Florida. Right. And I've done lots of short courses around the world because my major focus is in business. So I grew up where my father had a furniture store and furniture manufacturing facility. But so even though I wasn't at the time running any business, I used to dabble a bit, you know.
So you grew up seeing entrepreneurship. This is fabulous. I'm going to pause for a little bit because we have Donovan Tate, Tait, joining us. Donovan, if you would unmute, we can have a little chat with Donovan. Donovan, how you doing?
Well, I mean, all right, me still.
All right, so we see. So tell me, Donovan, which country you come from Jamaica? For if you not come from country, we not talk to you,
Well, I originate from Bull Savannah, St. Elizabeth.
You come from country, man. Tell us about your days growing up. What was your early days like down there?
Early days, vague memories. So my grandmother grew up in New Forest, but I lived with my aunt in a house up on the hill, Bull Savannah. About the age of 4, we moved into Kingston. And then, whereas I went to Woolmer's for first farm. And then
So which primary school you went to before you go Woolmer's?
Boy, some country school, boy, I don't know, some
a long
time. And then around the age of 8 years old, emigrated to Canada.
Oh, fabulous. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. We really qualify as a real Jamaican with your country background. Bull Savannah is a fabulous place, the Catholic, and I'm Roman Catholic. So I spoke that at every opportunity. They have a major operation down there in St. Vincent Stramby.
Is that Donovan?
So Donovan just joined us, Leo.
Okay, so hold on there. Before you came on, Donovan, I mean, I'm not in my regular spot today because I have to be driving around. But before you came on, we were wondering if you are the rich Tate or the poor Tate. So the rich Tate is the T-A-T-E and the poor Tate is T-A-I-T. So we want to know which one is it.
Why, but they're on the poor side, it's a T-A-I-T business. Why, when they're on the poor side, man, we all work hard.
Donovan, you're on the rich side because poor people don't come on this program.
There you go. Yes, man. Blessings. I've been blessed, of course.
Poor people upon it right now as far as me can see.
Yes.
But that's all right. We might be poor in the pocket, but God knows we're so rich in the spirit and capacity, competencies that, we outshine everybody else. But Donovan, tell us a little bit about what you have accomplished. I'm told that you are a Canadian mounted horseman, policeman. I'm told that you're dead down in a foreign country now for this. I mean, when people used to go foreign from country, them go America and England and Canada. But tell us where you're at and what takes you there, Mr. Tate.
All right. I don't want to bore the panel, right? But In short, yes. So I joined it's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, which is the federal police force and really the only police force that Canada has. So the red jacket and the horse.
Yes, the red jacket and the moose and everything. Yes.
So yeah, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with good fortune. I've had a wonderful career in the mounted police. When I joined the RCMP, there weren't many people of color. There just aren't the numbers. I come from the west side of Canada, the rural west side. I don't know.
Tell us what is west, because in Jamaica, we don't use west, east, and south. So tell us, when you say west, you mean Toronto, or you mean some other part?
No, the Vancouver, British Columbia side.
Okay, Vancouver side.
Right. So Toronto is a foreign, not really, but Canada's a big country. It's the other side of the country. But for true, that's where most Jamaicans emigrated to in the 60s and 70s and so on.
Vancouver?
Toronto.
Oh, Toronto.
Yeah, most Jamaicans know Toronto, Jane and Finch and Mississauga, all those places, right? I come from the far, the other side. So I digress. So I was able to get into undercover work at a very junior service because of how I appeared. And Jamaica and Toronto has, let's say, a very robust drug trade. So
to say the least.
Yeah, so I was used in a number of different capacities in undercover work and had some very good opportunities to do some really good police work, working and being mentored by the best that this country has to offer. So that is dovetailed into a 27-year career. So most of my work was in the international world, the Caribbean, South America, USA, a little bit in England. And with that now, the RCMP has a very small footprint internationally.
RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Right. The RCMP for short. So we have 30 RCMP officers posted internationally, and I was given a great opportunity to serve in the Middle East and represent the government of Canada as the police attaché and a Canadian diplomat. So I've been blessed.
Yes, we're happy that you're able to share that. That's fabulous. To have worked your way through the mounted police force and to do that over in Vancouver. We celebrate you. Fabulous.
Donovan, this is not an interview, right? So it's okay to feel that you have to have a piece of paper that you're going down from.
No man.
Right? And so we can go anywhere we want with the conversation. And I want to know about why is it that you're a Jamaican? Tell me how is it? Because you have to talk part of me. So I understand.
Yeah, man.
We just said a while ago, all right?
Right. So my father comes from retreat content. Right? Man. At the theater.
Yeah, good man. Okay.
Yeah, man. I'd appreciate that, right? So the Senate of the Maroons. My mother is a British transplant to Jamaica, right? So coming from Scotland, England, what have you. So very fair complected, but go to the red dirt side of Bull Savannah, St. Elizabeth, right?
Okay.
So my father was working in the bauxite mines in Ocho Rios.
Reynolds.
Reynolds or Alcan?
Reynolds,
right.
Reynolds, Ocho Rios.
He went to Alcan when he was courting my mother.
Oh,
yes, that's right. So he was able to get a work exchange to northern British Columbia, and right. So along the Alaska Panhandle, if you know your geography, right? So you can throw a rock stone and hit Alaska to where I was born.
Yeah, know that.
So, right. So he is in Canada having this work exchange for a year, sends for my mother from St. Elizabeth and has 2 children, me and my sister, right? The Canadian government allows him to stay to get the kids out of weaning and we'll go back to Jamaica, right? Right. Now we have Canadian passports. They apply for a Canadian visa through us, Pickney, and we'll go back to British Columbia.
So
That is amazing. So you filed for your parents.
Parents filed through us. We are born Canadian. They have a visa, all right, and then come. So,
all right, and let me just catch up with some Facebook comments. VM Hestop says no on Facebook. Thanks, Leo. Millicent Gardner says, so Kingstonians are not real Jamaicans, only because I said that you needed to come from country. Of course, Millicent, if you're born in town, you're all right. Kimberly Holmes says greetings. Carlin Madden says good morning, team and guests. Lawton Wilkins says good morning, watching from cool Mandeville. You see how he show off? And Philip Demetrius is here. He says good morning. Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I think it has been sorted out now, Cheryl, and you can share the link.
I've shared it.
Okay, fabulous. So yes, Donovan, thank you so much for telling us about that kind of background. But tell us what has been your most intriguing experience as a mounted officer?
Oh, wow. That's difficult to answer. I'm going to say that I've been blessed with working with some very dedicated and committed law enforcement officers. And I've been given the opportunity to travel overseas and help stop contraband coming into Canada's borders, right? So that's been very fulfilling.
Fabulous.
Yes, and you know, being able to serve, I come from a serving background, so you know, my parents instilled the civic duty and service. I think that's in all of us Jamaicans.
Yes. As Jamaicans, we go up with that. And as a part of your service, I'm told that you ended up playing hockey for Jamaica. So you want to tell me how you became?
Yeah, man. So that happened before police business, man. That happened.
Oh, that was before police business.
Yeah, man, of course. Yeah, man. Hockey coming like football or cricket in Jamaica, right?
Yes.
In Canada with coal and ice, there's really not much extracurricular, but the ice rink, the arena where they play ice hockey. So my parents wanted to assimilate. And you have to remember, I didn't grow up in big city, concrete Toronto. I come from the bush of northern British, right?
Yes.
So for a pursuit of sports was ice hockey. So I fell in love with the game and enjoyed the game, was able to succeed, played what we call junior hockey, going up, played some university hockey. Then now joining the police force, then you have just like Jamaica Police has football teams and such, and was able to play. Well, myself and a next guy, Graham Townsend, who was the first Jamaican-born ice hockey player to play in the NHL. The NHL is professional hockey.
Yes.
Him and
National Hockey League.
Right. So Graham and I, brethren, know, and we knew each other through hockey circles. I certainly didn't play professional, but I played at a level where I knew some people. And for true, back in the 80s and 90s, to see a black face in a hockey rink was rare, right? So we knew each other. And him and I, about 12 years ago, had this idea, there's people like you and I that have Jamaican passports. We can find 20 Jamaicans that have played hockey at an elite level to field a team. Yes. Long story short, many trips back and forth to Jamaica, talking to Babsy Grange and Ministry of Sport and what have you. We were able to get the blessing of Jamaica to approach the International Ice Hockey Federation to legitimize a national team for Jamaica.
Yes.
We were able to play in an international tournament in Florida in 2019. And I'll just say I was in my 40s when I played in that tournament. But we ended up winning that tournament. And it was a groundbreaking electric
electrifying moment.
Yes.
Fabulous. Congratulations.
So the Canadian side in me is the love of ice hockey. Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I'm happy that you share that story. It's quite encouraging. So we might still have some young Jamaicans who would want to pursue that. But that is remarkable.
Could you at least tell him that we don't play hockey in Jamaica, we eat hockey?
We eat hockey, ice hockey. Yeah, man.
Well, true, we're talking about ice hockey and not hockey. Mr. Leo, but he's reminding us of a joke where a popular Jamaican dancehall artist was being interviewed, and the person says to him, "Well, you want to tell us a little bit something of this sort about hockey? And do you play any games, hockey or anything like that?" And he said, "Hockey? we don't play hockey in Jamaica. We eat hockey.
We eat yeah, man.
Leo enjoys that a little bit. But thank you, Donovan, so much for sharing.
course.
And where are you now? Because I gather that you're not in Canada.
No, my residence is in Ankara, Turkey, the capital, and that's where the Canadian embassy. I'm talking to you from a hotel room in Istanbul.
Oh, you're in Istanbul. We only read them things in newspaper, but that's
man,
fabulous.
wonderful. Yes, man.
So how long have you been in Istanbul?
In Turkey. Oh, I just came this weekend for an event. This weekend. My home is about 5 hours away in the capital, which is a city called Ankara. It's a lesser.
So you actually live in Ankara.
I do, yes.
Okay,
yes.
so you move from one weird name to another name, but that's fine.
Yeah,
and you're enjoying it.
Loving it, loving it.
Is there a Jamaican population or a growing population of Jamaicans?
You know what? There is a Jamaican consul general here in Istanbul. Yes. I've reached out to him just to register that, hey, you have a Jamaican within your midst. So, but I haven't found a Jamaican population, but I've learned through my travels you can find a Jamaican anywhere. So, must be here.
Yes.
Oh, so on a serious note, brethren, on a serious note.
Yes.
Have you know, we have a serious crime problem in our country.
Yes.
And gone the ropes of undercover work, and you've seen all of the players down there, and you've looked at different kinds of solutions. And tell us, what's going on in our country. Do you have a thought about what's going on in our country? How can we solve this? How can we get on top of this?
Well, they are loaded question, brethren, but I'll share these thoughts with you. It's easy to be critical of government and of police, and then that going down to the actual officers in uniform. The issue in Jamaica is bigger than just the police. That's where it's proliferating there. I can tell you in my experience and dealing with international law enforcement agencies, so I'll just share this little anecdote, is that if I'm going to a country or going to engage with an agency, if that agency is paying its officers properly, if it's got a level of professionalism and the officers are being treated well by their agency and what have you, that is going to raise the level of integrity. So there's certain countries that Canada will engage with and will, just by virtue of the level of professionalism, so there won't be any bribery, corruption, leakages, that sort of thing. So I share that with you, that in Canada, you won't find a rich police officer, but we're not wanting for anything. Benefits, our pay, time off, our equipment. I mean, we can always do better, but in Canada, we're pretty good. So there's you'd be a fool to, have your core values eroded, take a bribe, be less than professional, and really own your job and live your job and the service. Now, I can tell you, having worked in Jamaica with the JCF over the years, they are the people, the men and women in uniform in Jamaica are some of the most dedicated, hardworking, committed, brave. I mean, brave and courageous, man, from the work that they do and some of the conditions. We need to celebrate those people. We would be all lying if we didn't know that there is likely a corruption issue and some other issues that all forces, in developing countries have. But so I've said a lot, not really said anything.
I don't need something. I think you touched on the topic that is such an important topic, because once you have one leakage of, for example, and I'll say it, you can't say it. Once you have one leakage of bribery in a force that's supposed to have the integrity that a police force have, then you're saying to yourself, you're saying to the entire nation, to the entire police force, that we don't have integrity. And so if you and that comes from the fact that they're not being paid, the fact that they have to take a taxi home every evening against the same guys that they're putting over for a ticket every day, and they have to wonder whether or not they're gonna eat tomorrow morning, is the problem. That's a big problem of the police force. And so therefore it's not just police, as you say. There's a court system, there's a correction system. We need to blame also. And so police can only do so much work. And I'm telling you, to get up in the morning and go out, or get up in the evening and go out on the streets in Jamaica where crime takes place every day and murder rate is high, I give kudos to a lot of these police officers. Just even to get up with them bed. And so
let me read some other comments. Jennifer Mason says, good morning, Jenny. Marquez says, ice hockey is a great way to show our kids all experiences are possible for us. And that's really true. Lorna Hamilton Blackwood says, good morning, guys. I love my people. I just have to say Jamaica to the world. And in fact, Donovan, it is in fact Jamaica to the world. Cheryl, some time ago you were down in Turkey. Were you?
Yes, in 2018, April, I attended the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in Istanbul. And while we were talking, I looked up on to see my Turkish colleagues. Funny enough, in October, we opened what we call a GEN campus, which is a full incubator facility in GEN, Turkey. And this was led by the GEN Turkey. We Global Entrepreneurship Network is called GEN, and then the country name. So GEN Turkey. So we have a full suite of ambassadors out in Turkey there that I can hook you up with, so that you would love that part of the movement. You understand?
Jamaican, but he has to be the GEN Jamaica rep.
Well, he just go there and show his color, because Bugra had been reaching out to me when they were launching. So all you need to do, just call my name. I'll send you all the information.
Would you? That would be nice.
Right. But guess what? Can I tell you something further than that? Inviting you to come to Australia, May 1 to 4. We're having the GEC there, 200 countries meeting. And we'll be there. We'll be there. So the Jamaican posse can just line up and come. You know?
May 1 to 4. Okay, work on that.
4. I mean, I know we'll be in touch, so we'll keep
of course, yes, I would love that.
Whether it is that you come as part of the delegation of Jamaica, I can have that, or you can come with Turkey, but you know, we'd like to
wish we were with
Jamaican from Turkey.
Yes, man. Yes, you have to send me your contact information, and we can stay.
I definitely will do that before we finish the show. But just to say, Leo, you need to come down to Jamaica, because as an entrepreneur, November 14th through 20th is Global Entrepreneurship Week.
Okay.
So you should have
this is not just celebrated in Jamaica, is it? Tell me.
It is celebrated. All right, let me just start at the beginning. Global Entrepreneurship Week. It's a celebration of entrepreneurs, and it is where we collaborate, we engage, and we inspire. So as an organization, the network has a suite of programs, but we started with a celebration because people love to be recognized. So back in 2007, just about 34 countries started this campaign. Now we've grown to over 200 countries in which we have GEN reps, Global Entrepreneurship Week rep. But for people like Leo, GEW is always the week before Thanksgiving, right? So you can mark that on your calendar. I used to use it to travel to my family first, so I had to know that. But in Jamaica, many Caribbean countries, all over the world, anywhere you think of a country, they will be celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Week this week. And how we celebrate? We celebrate through a week of activities. So like, for example, in Jamaica,
hold on a little bit, Cheryl. You have to be a big entrepreneur making enough millions of dollars, or you can just okay.
You could be an aspiring entrepreneur.
Okay.
And go to these events. We connect you with the right people.
Okay.
But what happened? Global Entrepreneurship Week is celebrated by people in the entrepreneurship space. So anybody who is involved in entrepreneurship will be having activities for Global Entrepreneurship Week. So we have like workshops, seminars, we have expos, we have launches. So for example, in Jamaica, we have been a launch of an incubator down at Culloden in White House, Westmoreland, right?
What's an incubator? Something incubator is where them hatch chicken.
It's like you hatch a business, like you hatch chicken, you hatch whatever. This is where we work with our entrepreneurs who have an idea or may just have started, right? To walk with them, treat them like how you treat baby. You know that babies, you hold their hand and they walk through the system. They may be in an incubator between 1 to 3 years, and it depends on how their business grew, right? So the incubator is set up for startups, pretty much. And yes, Leo.
An entrepreneurship question at Mr. Tate. Mr. Tate, what does it look like in terms of Jamaican businesses and entrepreneurs in your segment of Canada, not over in the Middle East, in your segment of Canada? What does that look like? We have a lot of Jamaican.
Brilliant, yes, brilliant.
Yeah, so the Vancouver, which is the major center in British Columbia, you'll find the odd Jamaican restaurant. You might find like a trinket shop or some kind of rasta, but British Columbia just does not have the numbers of population that is there. But I will say the brand Jamaica and reggae roots, Bob, is rife for the picking. The west side of Canada, coming like California, the beach, laissez-faire, that kind of, with a lot of linkages to a Caribbean kind of feel. And I think it's rife for the picking for Jamaican entrepreneurs.
Wow.
Beach is already.
Yeah, man, of course you have beach.
I never know.
It's at seaside.
I mean,
they don't have fish and saltfish down the Leo. They don't must have river, sea, beach.
No. The beach as in
geography was Leo was absent from geography class, so you have to excuse him.
Yeah, but it's the west. It's the far west coast. If you go up California, you go up Oregon, Washington State, British Columbia, you go on up Alaska. It's all coastline. It's all coastline. No, the beach don't look like Jamaica Beach.
That's what I want.
It's beach, man. Yeah, man. Water cool.
All right, well, that's fabulous. But, interesting that you should ask about entrepreneurship in Canada. Canada seems to have a plethora of incubators and support for startups. Cheryl, how does Jamaica equate to in terms of structure or support? Or are you trying to work on that? Sorry.
Well, through Gen Jamaica, Global Entrepreneurship Network Jamaica, the beauty of connecting with a network is that anything that you don't have, you can reach out to your counterparts in a country and there's no problem to share. Right? So I'm working on a project now. We're talking about the Jamaican entrepreneurship ecosystem.
Right.
I reached out to my counterpart in Australia because theirs is up and running and they represent it in so many different ways. And out of that discussion, inquiry, I was led to something else that is of benefit to us. I mean, I can't talk about it now because
but something in the pipeline. Tell us in terms of structure of Gen Jamaica. Who are they?
We have a lot of comments coming in on YouTube here.
Yes. Oh, yes, please.
I'm so sorry. Beverly says, she was talking about the deaf. We're talking about the deaf persons earlier. We have Jesse Smith listening, VM Eslop listening, Beverly Frey listening on YouTube. I thank you guys for joining us this morning. It's really, really nice to have you guys on. I am out on the road this morning. Unfortunately, I wanted to enjoy this in my studio and stuff, but I'm not there. But trying my best to keep up with the Joneses like Diana and and the rest of the guys who are inside somewhere that they are comfortable. But then I'm enjoying the idea about global entrepreneurship and Jamaica reaching out to the diaspora, to the world, in building networks of businesses. We do have I am very interested in that, because we do have a task force that's called
you do have a task force, Leo, within the network?
Technology and entrepreneurship that would be interested. I just can't make it down there. I wanted to know if my colleague Donovan has made it to Jamaica anytime recently. And did he go on?
No, it's been a few years since I've been. 20 was the last time.
Oh, you're
not so bad.
Yeah.
But Leo, why are you putting Donovan on the spot? Don't do that.
No.
No,
He's a Jamaican man, he can't help himself.
No.
Trevor Bogle says, until Jamaica has a system where there's a department like the FBI here in the US, the whole corruption thing going to continue to exist. He says, who can arrest any and every Jamaican? Who, the FBI can then arrest the people them who need to be arrested.
Stick a pin for a second. So Jamaica has an entity called MOCA.
Yes.
MOCA. So MOCA is trying to fill that space.
Yes.
Okay, so MOCA is trying to be the FBI.
Yes, and I must say, I don't know intimately, but I can tell you Jamaica and the JCF and the majority of the good officers are trying to met out the corruption. They are doing what they can. MOCA is a step in the right direction in terms of major organized crime investigation. Yes.
Well, and that's good, but I think what Trevor really pushing is that no matter who, the unit must be able to harass no matter who. Hugh Billing says nice. Trevor says he continues about that, and he says, as a former member, I would accept being one of those elite. So he seems to be a former member of. So where are you now, Bogle? Elite members of that group to support Jamaica. Tell us.
I want the people who are listening to know they are also encouraging bribing in police department in the police department. They are encouraging us as people who are traveling on the streets. Whenever we stop police and we take and show them a dollar and say, boy, let me have a ticket. That's bribing. That is bribing. And the police, if
that I try to get on my yard.
If police is taking that dollar, then that's another crime that just took place.
Yes.
So there's crimes that took place. You're driving fast, that's one crime. No, you take out money if you give police officers, that's another crime. And the police accepting the dollar is another crime. 3 crimes take place in one transaction. And
Leo? Leo, we claim that we are a forward-thinking country here in Jamaica. And if you look at what we are, yes, we are. You see, until employers allow employees to know that a 9-to-5 is not the only way to survive, and we officially allow you to pursue your entrepreneurial dreams and allow them to do that, then it's not going to stop, because if the government don't pay Jamaica, and if they're not allowed legally to do something else that can fill the pot legally, it's not going to stop.
Are you saying that there's an illegal, it's illegal for you to work and go and have a business? That can be illegal.
No,
there's some things that
it is in some places it's not encouraged, and in some places they don't think that you are supposed to go home at 4:30 or 5 o'clock because there's so much work that you need to finish it. You feel guilty. You understand me? In some places in government, I know, hold on, in government here, you have to declare that you're doing this thing, and sometimes it creates a problem. We know how the human nature is. You understand? But it is happening a little bit more and more, whereby they are allowing people to be exposed to entrepreneurship. You see, when we start this campaign,
I'm not so sure how that ties into the discussion that we're talking about.
Well, I see the connection in that
bribery. They want to bribe people if they have money.
What Shirley is saying, that if it is that the income, Donovan raised a good point when he said that as a police officer in Canada, you want for nothing. You have sufficient benefit to live at a standard that is acceptable. But go back to the article that I just read, where the student who is deaf, who attended UTech, her father was happy. Her father is a policeman, and he was happy, the news article says, for the scholarship to cover her studies, because he had to pray for that. You understand? So he didn't have enough as a police officer to ensure his daughter's education. What Shirley's suggesting is that if more and more organizations...
I get all of that. The only thing is our police officers, our MOCAs must operate optimum, which means that they have to operate beyond the expectation of people. They have to operate as professionals in an area that they cannot be bribed. And the only way that they can do that, according to what our colleague Donovan is saying, is that if the police are paid to a degree that they are not wanting. And I agree with him, because as long as they are wanting, they are going to take bribes. And that is going to be a cycle that's going to keep over and over, and we're not going to be able to break it. So it's just like in teaching, teachers are not being paid enough money, so they leave and go to another country where they can be paid. Middle East is one of those areas that they go. It's not just like nurses who are needed throughout the rest of the world. If they are not paid enough, then they take up and go to another country. Police can't get up and go anywhere, because the only thing that they have is the job that they have. And when they get up and leave, they're not police in another country. They're going to have to start all over there. So they're stuck, and the government knows that. So we need to pay our police officers and give them housing and give them cars so that they don't have to travel in a taxi.
But Leo, until that time, what happens? Until that time, again, it's the entrepreneurial spirit that will have to fill the gap. It is the ability for the police officer to operate in some other spaces, to minimize his need to accept any bribery from you when you are speeding along the highway. It is that which is going to fill the gap.
What do you think, Donovan?
Yeah. I mean, no arguments. It's so the scenario you described, Leo, about boy, the sun hot, my boot squeezing my foot, me have no have breakfast. We've all been there, right? Yeah. To be bribed in Canada is an arrestable offense. That's an offense. And it's a cultural thing that a Canadian, unless you're at the highest levels of organized crime and you have a policeman over the barrel, that just doesn't happen, right? It's not fair to compare Canada and Jamaica in some context, but yes, if I am not going to jeopardize my salary, my job, my career, my position, for lunch. But that's a reality for us, a street level police officer in Jamaica. If he can get a breakfast here and a lunch here and that's a big difference for him and his family and his house. So
Right.
Agreed on all points.
You know, something that I've seen, I was in Houston earlier this year, and in the hotel, I saw about 3 policemen came in. Now they're allowed to have breakfast at the hotel.
Yes.
So, you know, corporate Jamaica sometimes need to chip in and help those in those kind of ways. So if you know that you have breakfast, you can spare a little bit more money and give your child extra money for lunch or something like that, you know. But we know at this stage, and I'm not making any excuse based on what is presented to us, the government is having a shortfall on its budget.
Right.
But what we say, one hand can't clap.
You need them both. Sharon, we're running out of time, and Entrepreneurship Week is up on us. You want to tell us how it's going to be celebrated in Jamaica this week ahead? You started to tell us that there's an incubator that was going to be rolled out, and tell us about the membership.
All right, so Gen Jamaica is collaborating with its partners. So we have many partners. So Heart and Estate Trust, Young Entrepreneurs.
What's Heart? Heart is a training institution,
Heart is a training institution, right?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
The Jamaica Business Development Corporation. So Junior Achievement Jamaica is the host, national host of Global Entrepreneurship Week, and they're having 2 events. NCU, not to be left out, is a part of the mix.
Northern Caribbean University.
Northern Caribbean University. The Founder Institute in Jamaica is also in the mix. Global Shapers Kingston is having a public forum. Gen Jamaica itself is having a discussion, a panel discussion on Social Enterprise Day, which is on Thursday. It will be published. And we are also doing one on Women Entrepreneurs Day, which is next week, Saturday, Diana. So you can get Doc and Michelle and everybody here to run the show on Saturday.
Okay.
Right? So we are having that. Kingston Beta is having a meetup on Thursday.
Where's that meetup?
VM Skydeck.
Oh, VMBS. Okay.
PM Wealth Management Skydeck on Knutsford Boulevard in New Kingston. But the information is available. I mean, I couldn't tell you all that's happening.
Where do we find it?
Global Entrepreneurship Network, Jamaica, and you just look for the activities, or even if you go to www.genglobal.org and look for GE, Global Entrepreneurship Week, put in activities, select your country. So Donovan, you can go and select Canada, you can select Turkey, you can select anywhere.
Donovan, I forgot to select Jamaica. Can I think that? Let me just catch up with some more.
So another one is that we're publishing and we're pushing some activities as well on our Instagram page at The Gen Jamaica. So on
The Gen Jamaica.
HEGEN Jamaica. And we are pushing some activities on there. But there's a suite of activity. I'm looking, I'm seeing like about 30 odd activities.
Sorry, is Jamaica spelled out or is it J-A?
Jamaica, VGEN Jamaica. Louis, if you're saying something, we can't hear you.
I know Donovan has to go. We only had 30 minutes for him, but you know.
No, man's good. It's good. Be all right.
Okay,
be all right.
Good.
Thanks, Donovan. Thanks for staying. So Shirley said that your Instagram handle.
Country. THEGEN JAMAICA.
Right.
So every nook and cranny in Jamaica celebrating GEW. Yala St. Thomas, Port Maria St. Mary, Culloden, Westmoreland, Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, Runaway Bay, St. Anne, Newport,
Clarendon, hello, Clarendon.
Mandeville, I'm not seeing any Clarendon here yet. Maybe later on today we'll put that in. But
Clarendon a bush, and that is a Leo.
Clarendon a bush.
Hold on, Cheryl. Carlin Madden, so Carlin Madden is asking, do we have entrepreneurial clubs in high schools and universities?
All right. So in some high schools, they do have entrepreneurship clubs. We are starting to create partnerships with some high schools because, I should tell you about the Godfrey Stewart High and the Herbert Morrison Technical High. They're having GEW events too.
So they do have entrepreneurial clubs in some high schools and you're working on others.
Activities, but not established clubs. So we are getting into partnerships. So if she can,
Carlene is not local.
Okay, so but if she can, no, the overseas people know more than what happening than us who live here happening, you know. So if
yes, but I think that's where Leo mentioned that he has a Leo, you say you had a committee.
Yeah, I don't want to focus on the stuff that I do on the show, but just let her finish her thing. I just wanted to mention that there's a possibility for collaboration. We can talk about,
but she's looking for support in the diaspora. So if you have something, it's not a celebration of you just sharing.
Of the show.
Universities.
Universities. So the University of Technology Jamaica, University of the West Indies, but I must say big shout out to the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce for their support in this activity. You know, they are the business ministry. We could not have done all these marketing activities without the help of Point Global Marketing. So big up to the Point Global Marketing team. And Diana, the support that comes from the board of directors of Global Entrepreneurship Network Jamaica and our national hosts is such a heartwarming thing. So we look forward to doing bigger things, linking with Donovan in Turkey to see what it is that we can collaborate on, linking with Leo. And I know we will talk about later on the show. Another show, we'll come back and talk about some of the things that we're doing and some of the activities that we hope to do. Because 2023 is going to be a big year for Gen Jamaica and even bigger Global Entrepreneurship Week. So
there's somebody who says
go ahead.
10 years of GEW. So it's big.
Okay. Hey, listen, I want to tell you that my first teaching experience was at Chetwood Primary. Okay, so
Dan, I don't know it.
Me not come from them. I come from Clarendon.
But Leo not come from them either.
Leo come from St. Mary and spend time down in a Montego Bay.
Chetwood is a premier school in Montego Bay. Premier.
And it's Catholic. It's Roman Catholic.
All right, but I also want to tell Donovan that where his father is from.
Yeah.
I have a close bond with retreat content in St. Mary.
What?
Yes. I grew up
next time Donovan, I forgot go.
I grew up in a Rockabessa, which is about 7 miles.
Not far.
Yeah. And so my mom used to sell clothes on the street. So we used to walk.
Mother was an entrepreneur, Leo.
Yeah, man, from nice. And so we used to walk the streets every Saturday on contents retreat from up a market.
Yeah.
And go all the way down to Rainover.
Wow. It's a good walk.
Yes.
Out Tower Island, all them way there.
Yeah, man, we're all over them place there.
Yeah,
Something that I want to tell you that, Leo.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, Leo. Yeah, man. My grandfather buried up there still, man.
Oh, is that right? Yes, yeah.
So Leo, you big up Chetwood because you hear me say I go Chetwood Primary.
Yes, I did.
We used to wear white blouse and every evening I go home, the red dirt cover the white blouse.
Listen, the only place in a Montego Bay where the dirt red is at Chetwood.
Chetwood. Yeah. Why?
Yeah. I just want to share with the people, the public, that all our GEW activities are at the cost of our partners and sponsors. So all you need to do is to turn up once you see that it's a public event.
I am going to leave you guys now. I'm going to leave you guys now. And I'm so sorry about the Cheryl, but I have to leave you guys because I'm entering into a space that I'm going to lose you anyway. Donovan, it's nice. It's really nice to hear you. You're really hard, man. I love the fact that you're all over the place in Aki and in Turkey. Turkey, and you eat Aki, you play Aki. But I mean, you live a turkey. We eat turkey.
You eat turkey. We're going to eat enough turkey.
Eat Aki. Why?
All right.
I sense a t-shirt coming.
Yes, all right, here we go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining, Leo. Thanks.
Yeah.
Keep in touch, Leo. Keep in touch,
yeah,
man.
I will look forward to the partnership, Leo.
All right, good.
Collab.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, Donovan, for being here as well. If you need to jump off, that's fine. I just use the rest of the time to wish happy birthday. If any of you have anybody who want to heal
look
up.
here, we had seen Karen Otar Constable on the call. I don't know, or you're not bigger up.
Oh, really, Karen? Karen, thank you so much.
Yes. Yes, you have to save your life, you know.
Yes, another traveling Jamaican. In fact, Donovan, Karen is out in Canada. She's not in Vancouver though, but she's not in the traditional Toronto either. I don't know where she's at, but it's one of those Jamaicans who moved house as well.
Nice.
But it was good. Donovan, thanks for joining us. It's so good to have had you. Thanks for sharing your story and
yes, thank you. Let's stay in touch.
And, you know, the diversities, that the things that you've done, the places that you have gone. We wish you all the best down in Turkey, and I promise to come and look for you. It's on my bucket list.
Come and visit. And
I'll share
I'm
my
gonna link you.
Yes.
Yeah, I share my thing. So you just email me and I'll just link you up with all those guys in Turkey.
Yeah, man. I just sent you Instagram.
All right. I'm not looking on the phone now because Dr. Dai will just have my head.
Right. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, let's stay in touch, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Donovan. Thanks for joining.
Take care.
Somebody says here, I don't know of clubs per se, but I know some integration is done with the business subjects at the high school level. In universities, there are programs and such. A lot of businesses have been born in universities by students, and we know of some. Cheryl, we still have a few moments, and during which I probably will shout out for some birthdays in the last 5 minutes. But tell me, what is the main contribution? How does entrepreneurship contribute to Jamaica?
Employment is the first thing.
Yes.
Because you create employment for yourself.
Yes.
So you feed your family. And as your business grows, you create employment for other people. The biggest part of entrepreneurship is the community impact at the local community level. Because when
you say community impact, you're referring to the employment opportunities, what
everything. So I'm gonna go into it. So let's say I come from a place called Mount Carey, St. James.
Yes.
My father was in the furniture business.
Yes.
And he lived where he grew up. A lot of his employees came out of Mount Carey, not exactly where we live, but in all the communities around there, right? It is something that if they needed hospital, transportation, funeral, people for carry them coffin, so these people in there who can contribute to you, help you.
Yes.
You know, they help your children to go to school. And even some of them create holiday employment for students. So the money goes around the community. And as you continue to grow, other people outside will see what is happening, but especially at the local community. This is where entrepreneurship contributes to education and the real financial aspect of lives for people.
Yes.
You know? So
Sharon, I want to bring to the fore, there's an article in today's paper that refers to the levels of mental illness, where the authorities were saying that more than half of the mentally ill issues are drug related. Do you think that entrepreneurship could perhaps be the field to engage these school dropouts so that it would, you know?
So that's a social aspect of entrepreneurship.
Also, it has a social aspect.
If you realize that Jamaica is the leader, world beater in social entrepreneurship. So we have a entrepreneurship policy started in 2013, revised in 2018, And in the 2018 policy, there was space for social entrepreneurship, right? Yes. And right now, the government is working on this legislation for social enterprise, because a lot of people do a lot of things in community and make money, and they look at the dropouts and the guys who sit on the roads. They're not really dropout, they just never went anywhere. That how you engage them. And most of the young people, especially since COVID, are involved in social entrepreneurship. So looking at that, the engagement of your community can help with high school dropouts, because even these homework centers that started free, that they start to pay, is a social service.
So it's a social entrepreneurship venture is one that is taking care of a social need, but still making a little money to plow back into the operation.
Right.
Okay.
And it's bigger than we even know, you know? So when you look at that, we are leading the Caribbean in that we're leading, but it cannot survive with just a few people. We want everybody to be engaged, right? So it is done through the churches. It is done through the police, youth clubs, and other clubs around. It is done through some of the schools too, because the outreach programs that are created, that some of them are not sustainable, but they exchange cash. You know, these are some of the things that help our community. And as long as you can provide a solution, because entrepreneurship is a solution, the money will come, right? And everybody is an entrepreneurial minded person, but so few of us activate that.
Right. So everybody have that entrepreneurial mindset. We need to get beyond just the mindset and to activate some of the things and the ideas that we have. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing with us what Global Entrepreneurial Week is, and how Jamaica is planning to celebrate and to participate. Thanks for sharing the handles, the Instagram handle, if you tell us again, so we can.
So it's at THEGENJAMAICA, or you can go to www.gew.co/Jamaica.
You want to put that in the chat so everybody can see it if you put it in the Facebook chat. In the meantime, I want to just hail up some people who are having birthdays. There is Bridget Miles Chamber. She's having a birthday today. Delano McFarlane having birthday. Megan Playfair. People who recently had birthdays, we skipped over. Karen Campbell Tomlinson, I think hers was yesterday. Gregory Johnson, his birthday as well, and Lorna Thompson. So these are persons who pop up on my Facebook who are having birthdays. But guys, tell me, do you have family members you want us to hail up who probably having birthdays this week or today? Share with me. It's been a challenge this morning, but for some reason or the other, we couldn't get onto the traditionaljamaicans.com and the regular thing. I was a little bit late out the draw because I couldn't figure out the sign-in as well. But I think we had a good show. We've shared about Global Entrepreneurship Week. We've had a share about my new headgear that I quite like it. As a hair cover to cover my mole and all of those things, especially when the weather is a little bit foul. Me like, some other Jamaican tie and dye color and all kind of different pattern. Shirley, you don't know no entrepreneur who could have made two of them here for me.
Two of them, but you don't look like you're there.
Yeah, but that it don't matter. But then can make two and put on that to me come like in a different color.
Export.
Yeah, we can export. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Lawton Wilkinson says that somebody said enough find gew.co.
All right. So if you go back in there, and
share it. Lawton Wilkinson says happy birthday to his wife Arlene, and her birthday is on the 15th. So sometime during the course of the week ahead. Carly Madden says thanks for the information. She learned a lot. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thanks for being here. We promise to be back on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. And again, next week, Saturday. So until then, wanna walk good. Take care. God bless. And COVID is still a thing. Yeah. Bye, Miss Stuart.
Have a good one. See
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Take care.